So the next chateau we're going to talk about is Brane Cantenac. And I would say in the last 10 years, this wine has just turned it on.
Skyrocketed.
Yeah. And when they were here, we were tasting like the 18 and 19, and we had like samples sent to us during COVID. And I remember we were going through all the Margots and just like, whoa, Brane.
Yeah.
What the heck is going on here? And you know why I love it so much is because, again, we talk about that Margot, that like the epitome of what we want in our Margot. And for some reason, Brane is just finding that little sweet spot.
They're pushing buttons, they're finding that perfect, it's dialed in, the power of the old vine Cabernet Sauvignon they have on the property. Right. They have a bunch of Cabernet they planted after the frost of 56 that's still there. They're dialing in that kind of old vine Cabernet power with the delicacy and the florals and everything that we associate with Margot.
Right.
And it's not a made up wine. It's not an artifice wine at all. It's really stripped back, but man, what's the bones there are absolutely remarkable.
No, it's fantastic. And in fact, they're doing an homage to Papa, basically they'll have a special bottling this year. And again, special bottlings sell really well. I mean, and they're collectible. But this wine, if you look at what the press gave this wine, it's literally like right up there with the best of the best in Margot.
Huge scores.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking Palmer and Rosan Segala and yeah, that's
all the big boys.
Yeah, I mean,
well, they are a big boy now.
Yeah, no. And again, as with some of the other wines, again, yields are low. This wine is tough to get. I mean, this morning
You're fighting.
I was knocking on doors.
Knocking on doors.
Yes. And it is a beautiful wine, absolutely gorgeous.
And I think they're making less of it now too. One of the things we talked about with them when they were here was that strict selection that they're doing now. So for the Grand Vin, there's much less. There's like 3 different labels now. There's a second label, probably a third label. They're bulking stuff out. So
there is. So most of it's going into the. They're putting a lot in Baron de Brane.
Baron de Brane, yeah.
And that actually is a great wine.
It's really good.
We're not offering on futures. We usually buy it and bring it in. But Baron de Brane in 22 is excellent. Yeah. So, no, that's fantastic wine. For the money, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I can't say enough. They've been on a hot roll since 2015, 2016, and this is one of the best ones they made yet. So, outstanding wine.
Yep.